What's up, everybody?
Good
Glad to see you
morning.
guys here. Yeah, good morning, man. Part of the Alpha crew. It is December 20th, 2021. It's 17:30 UTC. I always put this timestamp in the beginning here because whenever Smart Rick gets in here and he listens to the audio, he likes to know what day is that audio coming from till we get cool like Christine and get a cool record button. So yeah, until then, yeah, I have to awkwardly say a time and date at the beginning of these so I can, it's not that awkward, but yeah, so I can make sure we know what date these things are from as we try to sort through them and put them on put them on YouTube or anything else like that. So yeah, I should, hopefully you can find that. How are you guys doing today? Christine, Smart Rick, how are y'all doing after a good weekend?
Good. The markets are kind of tough right now,
Yeah.
but the weekend was good.
Yeah, market's kind of tough. Didn't get that Santa Claus rally that we all were hoping for, but hey, that's all right. That's all right. We'll persevere.
Does that mean that I was a naughty boy this year?
Yeah. Instead of coal, yeah, you just get like a bunch of pump and dump coins into your stocking, and a lot of stocks that are going nowhere, and just a big bear market. It's all you get in your stocking. So yeah, you were naughty.
Oh, bunch of negative balance.
Yeah.
Bunch of negative balance. That's right.
I got a bunch of FUD in my stocking.
Right. So yeah, maybe that's our next title of these spaces is "Were you naughty this year?" With your, but okay, zoom out, and what Santa brought you all year. I'll bet you it would look that you were pretty good for the year.
Yeah, when in doubt, zoom out, right? And then do you guys think that rally is going to be in January, February?
Whenever I thought we were going to have a big rally in November, December, I thought we would have November, December, and then maybe a little into January. But quarter one, we were going to see the fall back to a lower low, not a lower low, but a lower level. Now that hasn't happened, yeah, I mean, maybe I'm just optimistic, but yeah, I feel like it could certainly just continue to go up in January and February. Now that doesn't mean it will, and maybe it just means it'll be range bound. Maybe it'll go up to near 70 again in Bitcoin and the rest of the market too, as far as stocks are concerned, and then bounce back down. I mean, there's just so many things that are going to happen over the next few weeks that I think will have a lot to do with how the markets react.
So I don't know if you saw this or not, but do you see South Park's part 2 of their post-COVID on Paramount Plus?
Okay, I need to see this. Matter of fact, I even had this thought that I would try to get Paramount Plus and try to record different thoughts on it so we could kind of discuss this, the episode and some of the different things they said on it. But were you able to see it?
Oh, we watched it last night, and I felt a little triggered. Not gonna lie, a little triggered.
So it's not in support, huh?
Oh, they go hard against NFTs, and it's really funny.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard they went hard into NFTs, and yeah, a lot of is it a lot of like right click humor?
No, it's just more pyramid scheme jokes.
Pyramid scheme. Okay, expect a little better out of South Park, but that's all right. That's all right. We can.
It was very funny. It was very funny.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. By the way, in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little tweet button. If you can tweet out the room, that'll help out, kind of fill out in here, and we can have biggest audience possible and more people to hear what we're talking about today. And I found an article. I didn't post this. If somebody wants to post it and pin it, but it's the 5 weirdest crypto stories of 2021, and had some pretty interesting stories. And I thought this might be, as we get here near to the end of the year, we're going to have a lot of reflection and then maybe some hope, as we just talked about. What do we think, the markets are going to do in early quarter one? But a little bit of reflection of looking back in 2021 and some crazy things that I thought would be some good talking points. Also, before we start with that, I saw Spider-Man: No Way Home late last week. Anybody else join me in seeing the premiere?
No, but I hear it was amazing.
Yeah, amazing indeed. So just truth be told, I like to go to opening night movies. Love when the crowd claps after, when the final credits come. I love when there's an applause. I love whenever I saw the Force Awakens, the Millennium Falcon first showed up, and the whole crowd was like, yeah. And I love that. I love the way that an opening, the hardest of hardcore fans are. So I was there on opening night for Spider-Man. possibly so I could get this limited edition NFT. But I do like Spider-Man. So I went to see it, and without ruining anything, it was a fantastic watch. If you like the Spider-Man series, you will enjoy this movie. It was a fantastic watch. Kept the Marvel storyline going, and it was really, really good. Several times where the crowd was like, they do some sort of reveal, and you hear like a or a yeah, and just spontaneous clapping. I think I saw some high fives from people. Okay, I had a lit theater. Okay, it was more like a sporting event than a movie premiere. It was good. I liked it. It made it a lot of fun. They did the wave. No, I'm kidding. There's not the wave.
I was like, oh my God, were you watching the movie? Were you
We were
running
watching.
for
We had rally
audience
caps.
reaction?
I think you would have the soccer game.
Right.
Yeah, are
There's
you sure?
vuvuzelas in the audience.
Right. But everything I'm saying is right, except for the wave. There was a lot. I did see high fiving. There was nobody dressed up. When I go to Star Wars premieres, there will be people dressed up, but there was nobody. I didn't like sit next to Spider-Man. I have sit next to Chewbacca at a Star Wars premiere before, but there was no Spider-Man there. But really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I can see, and again, not ruining anything, a lot of possibilities for NFTs. So I'm supposed to get the email to get the NFT that comes with the going to the premiere on the 22nd, which is Wednesday. So I'll see what they get, and I can see a lot of different directions they could go with it. But yeah, I'll give it. Smart Rick asked what was my Rotten Tomatoes score, and I said 4.5 microphones. Since I'm the voice of DeFi and I have a microphone on my profile pic on my main account, I said 4.5 mics. The only reason I'm deducting a half a mic here is the story was a little not predictable, but the way they got to the crux of the story, I thought, okay, kind of a weak way of getting there. So I'll take that. But I put that to the side because I really did enjoy it. Matter of fact, the longer the movie went, the more I enjoyed it. So 2.5 hours. It's a little long. I think you should tell your story in 2 hours or less. But really good. I thought the acting in it was really good. And yeah, I enjoyed it. And of course, there was a post-credit scene, a mid-credits and a post-credit scene, and both of those were really good. So yeah, looking forward to my NFT that I get on Thursday. Are you guys going to see this, or are y'all going to wait till it's out?
So your NFT, is it where they ask for your wallet address, or how are they going to do that?
I'm going to report on that when I get it. I think I'm going to get an email, and I'm hoping then I'll be able to give my wallet address, and maybe I'll just have to pay for the gas fee for it. And again, I don't even know. They've never said, is it on ETH? Is it on a different blockchain?
Right.
They haven't.
Yeah, I'm so curious.
Marvel blockchain coming to you.
Yeah, like that's the weirdest part about it. Like that's kind of scary to me. Like you're not giving me no information. You want me to just give you my ETH address, bro? Like,
well, I don't know if they can do anything with my
Give it to
public address, but yeah, it could be
I'm
like VV too.
I'm curious about like all these bigger companies and stuff starting to incorporate the NFTs. I'm like fascinated with knowing how they're going to incorporate it, because I know they're curious too, obviously. Like that's why they offered it out, and they're probably like, okay, let's make this as smooth as possible. Like we know what we're doing, so let's go.
You would think they'd have to have advisors or something.
Absolutely. Is it you, Rick?
just like Adidas did.
Is it me? No, yeah. Oh, and actually, that's funny you say that. I was going to bring that up. There was a tweet that I'm putting in the nest right now that I thought was really cool. It's what's the power of the NFT community? Big brand launches NFT collection, epic fail. Big brand launches NFT while part of NFT community, epic win. Invest in people, invest in communities. The true alpha of the NFTs is community every day. Do good things for each other. And like that's so true. Like Adidas spent 49 ETH on a Bored Ape and flipped that investment to 6,000 ETH with their metaverse collection. That's fucking crazy.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
6,000 ETH. There's a couple people in this house or in Launch House that actually participated, and my buddy Alex was like he bought 2 pieces like for like 0.2 ETH each or whatever, and he like woke up and like didn't really check in the afternoon. He's like, oh, I wonder what the floor is, and it was like 1.6 ETH. He's like, holy shit, I just made like $6,000. Like,
did he hold, or did he go
oh
ahead?
no, he still got him. He still got him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like that's crazy though. Like,
What's
that,
the floor now?
It dropped. I think it's 0.8.
Yeah, he
Point
should
right
have
now.
sold because
I
it's
would have burnt them shits fast. I don't even wear Adidas.
quick lesson for him on NFTs.
Run DMC.
Yeah, like bro, like who wears Adidas?
I like Adidas.
I was about to say, I do,
Chris,
sir.
you must really
Triggered.
walk a
Nike's
lot.
better. Nike's better.
I do think Nike's better. I mean, I'm going to agree. By the way, how you doing, Nick? But I agree with that. Nike is better. But I do own some Adidas, and I'll rock some Adidas.
If they not Yeezys, I'm not really wearing no Adidas.
Yeezys.
Right now,
Yo, I got some Feezies. Do those count?
Yeezys.
I got some.
Yeah, sure.
Did
You
y'all,
get
but
them
did
when
y'all
you're in New
see?
York?
Did y'all see Instagram talking about integrating NFTs? I seen that this morning.
What?
No,
Wait,
hit us with it.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
Got that alpha.
Yeah.
Instagram integrating NFTs.
In
How?
what fashion? For
Yeah,
like,
like
I
how
have
will it
no.
work?
I have look. The Instagram. Blah, blah, blah. Instagram plans to integrate with NFTs. How? I have no idea.
That's very vague. That kind of sucks.
I
I mean, I
wouldn't be
assume they'll put like
I-
Ethereum.
It says
Yeah, I
CEO
think
Adam,
it's
whatever,
terrifying.
recently revealed on Insta Live that the platform is actually looking for ways to integrate NFTs with an app. What do you think of the potential move?
so they're looking. It's like they've did nothing. It's just they
But
want.
if they're looking for it, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like they could easily become like an OpenSea like platform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easily.
actively exploring NFT space. And so they want to they want to integrate it. They want to know what people think, and that means they're ready on their way for sure.
Exactly. They're trying to burn us.
Mark, hit me up. I'll help you out.
They're trying to take us out one by one.
Do you guys think that OpenSea is like here to stay, or are they going to be like Hotmail that was out in the email game real quick?
I love that. I think that's an amazing analogy. Well, first, and two, I think they will be like Hotmail.
I think so too. It's
Again-
like having a dollar store, right? And then you got a Family Dollar next to you. You're gonna obviously go to Family Dollar because the dollar store is not what you really want because they don't really sell shit for $1.
True.
The $1.35 store now. Yeah.
Yeah. Where you got the actual Family Dollar that charges 99 cents. So it's like that.
That's getting tougher with inflation, man. Those dollar stores. I don't hold up.
And God,
Yeah,
you got a
I
Dollar
don't know how
General.
they're
I think
still in
it's only
business.
$5.
Why? Because my daughter loves to go there, and so does my wife.
Okay.
That's how.
That's true.
You keeping them in business. It seems like,
Bro, I just have to because you for a woman it's like that shit draws them to the dollar store, like everything, aluminum foil, aluminum pans, especially for the holidays. Them stores make so much money.
I heard aluminum pants, not pans, for some odd reason.
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard so.
I was like, aluminum pants? Like, where could I get these, and what are the application for these?
I also like that he puts his wife as like she sees aluminum pans and aluminum foil, and like she has this tractor beam to it. And just
Go try to buy aluminum foil in the supermarket. It's like $15.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there. If I do go to the dollar or Family Dollar, dollar store or whatever, it's for gift bags, like during the holidays. Like,
oh, absolutely.
yeah, gift bags or what else? Tissue paper.
Do not go there for snacks, please.
It's like expired snacks.
they look melted.
That's why they're $1.
Expired snacks and drunks and crap.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so did anybody in here get the Adidas NFT or no?
I did.
No.
Passed on it. I should have got it and sold it, but I passed on it.
Yeah.
If you look at OpenSea right now, so right now there's Bored Ape is not in the number 1 ranking spot right now. It's the Adidas collection is number 2, and then 2 of the Nike RTFKT.
The clone shit, right? Clone
The
X.
clone, yep, Clone X is killing it, and the number 1 has a floor price of 4.83 currently, with over K traded in volume. They're pretty cool looking 3D characters too.
What do they base that top collections off of? Is it volume? What are they?
That's what I wanted to know.
Me
Because
too.
my bad. Go ahead.
There.
He said me too.
Yeah.
I think it's volume.
I think it has to be because a Bored Ape floor price is still 51.1 ETH.
Well, let's see. Clone X volume traded. It says 40.8 thousand ETH, which, by the way, wow. Adidas at number 2 is 11.4. Woo, that's a big drop from 1 to 2. And
But I think because of the Clone X, the whatever that is they're way more expensive. So I think that has to do with it also.
yeah, because number 3 is 24.3. So number
Yeah.
3 is higher volume than number 2. So it's not volume.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not 100% sure if it's. It looks like I'm looking at the app right now. It says like 33,114 ETH is what the activity is, but I don't know over what period of time they're doing. If this is like 7 days or what it is, but
Well, I guess what I'm getting at is they have a ranking, and if it's not like published of what their criteria is for the top collections, because they get a lot of clicks if you're in these top collections, and
yeah,
it's possible that Adidas says, "Here's a big bag of money, put us in the
I'll,
top collections."
I'll look money.
Oh, look, money, right? Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's maybe a little bit of something. I don't want to say underhanded; that's the wrong word, but if they're greasing the wheels a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. That's probably 100% fact. And plus, it's a big name like Nike, so
Well, right, and Nike and Adidas, they've got the money to throw around to do something like that. But to your point, Smart Rick, yeah, you said Adidas started with buying a Bored Ape, correct, to kind of get in the club.
yep,
Yeah,
49 ETH.
49. Jeez, first of all, wow. But that shows you of the community and inclusion that is the difference between them and some other community or some other brand that isn't looking to buy in. They bought into the community first. Now, yeah, maybe that's a sad fact that you can buy into a community, but nonetheless, they did. They knew that was an important step one. And then do you guys think that gave them the street cred that they needed to go ahead and release?
I guess. I don't. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. Like, they bought a Bored Ape, but like, did Bored Ape? And I know Ryan's in here, so maybe he could give us some more clarity if he came up here. Did they like give like holders of Bored Apes the first shot at like buying these, or what was it? I think there might have been something like that.
I think supposedly they was whitelisted.
Yeah,
I'm in MAY, the whatever those are, MAYC.
the mutant.
Hey,
Yeah, mutant ape.
Yep, yep.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
They
they
were
spent
they were
spent
definitely
200K.
involved. Yeah, Ryan's up here, but I know Bored Yacht was involved with the Adidas, maybe like a whitelisting for
Yeah,
sure, because they listed you guys, right,
yeah.
Ryan?
So, if you were a Bored Ape, if you had a Bored Ape or a Mutant Ape, and there was some confusion over the Mutant, there was an issue minting if you were a Mutant Ape. But in any case, if you had either of those, you had access, well, basically the whitelist access to the pre-mint for 0.2 ETH, and they that was announced I think the day before minting, maybe 2 days before minting. But so there was a deal where you could mint that, and I think that was part of not just Bored Apes, but the other two brands that were involved, G Money and whatever the other one was, where they could also whitelist. So I think from a strategy standpoint, that was pretty huge because it kind of you got a built-in shills for the project, and I thought that was pretty. And I was thankful and
Yeah,
fortunate that I was able to mint. So there was a limit. You could mint a maximum of 2 and 1 per wallet. And I know there were at least 3 instances where someone was able to game the system with a custom smart contract. And I think someone minted like 300.
Yeah, I heard that this morning.
Wow.
I heard that last night. Actually, last night I heard that.
People are so smart, man. That's
So when this was going on, like it was, so the site kept not I won't say crashing, hanging up. I mean, even I was trying to mint, and I kept getting hangups. And so I'm in the Bored Ape Discord. I mean, this community. I mean, look, say what you want about somebody spending $250,000 for a JPEG, but this community is fucking awesome. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. Okay.
I mean, you were the one who came on here 2 weeks ago and said that was the best
It
investment you
really
ever
is.
made.
It really is. I want to buy another one. But so we're on the Discord, and NFT Jerry's on there, and he's like, "Yeah, so you can mint right off the contract." And he goes over in the Discord how to mint straight off the contract, and like skip the website. It was sick. I mean, it's the most insane thing I've ever heard. But yeah, I mean, if you don't know how to code, it's a good time to learn.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Did you flip your Adidas NFTs, or did you keep it?
Yeah, so
me?
I bought.
Yeah.
I minted one. I bought another one at 0.5 ETH. I sold that one for 0.95 ETH, and then I bought 2 more at 74, I think it was. So I still got the one that I minted. I'm going to keep that one probably forever. I'm going to give another one to my wife for Christmas. She'll look great in a yellow tracksuit. And then the third one, I'll eventually, presumably sell. I think there's a lot of expectation that Adidas is going to do something follow up. I mean, they posted this morning that this was not a cash grab, that there's a lot more coming. They even titled the drop phase 1. So I think that these particular NFTs are probably going to have some follow-on value. So I've got one for an investment just for later.
I think it's genius use of marketing dollars. Even if it is just marketing, I mean, look at how much people spend for a Super Bowl ad, and that's one time, 30 seconds, boom, it's over and done with. Yeah, people might stream it later, but it will be forgotten about. But this is a foot into the door into the Bored Ape community, and just as Ryan just said, there's a lot of advantages to that. There may be Series 1, Series 2, that sort of thing. To me, that cost of admission will be well worth it to them, and they'll get that back many, many times over.
Well, look at it. For 4 days now, Adidas is all everyone is talking about. I mean, nonstop. It's the most effective advertising program they've ever had.
So I bet you they had someone on their team that was like an early Bored Ape holder that was like, you guys got to do this. Like, this is what we're doing. Like, they had to have had someone on the inside, or maybe they hired a 18-year-old contractor. Was like, hey guys, if you really want to sell these NFTs, this is how you're going to do it.
See, that's what I think. I think people get advisors, much like you, Smart Rick. You've done advising before, and I can see somebody like yourself saying, "All right, big brand, if you're serious about this, you're going to need to prove that you're serious about it and actually get into the community. You can't just say #WagMe and think everything's going to fall into place."
It was probably Nick. He jumped out of his room as soon as we started talking about it. They probably found Nick. And
he was like,
hey.
"Oh, they found me. They're on to me. They're on to me."
But I'm saying, in a world full of NFTs, like why not? I just wonder why Adidas went with the Bored Ape. Not hating on Bored Ape because they're dope, but I'm just saying, like, why with so many other options.
What do you think what project do you think would make the biggest splash if they were to buy?
Well, it's only two. It's either them or the Punks.
Right.
Honestly. So it's like the Punks can't really do it because the way I guess their art is set up.
Right. To me, Bored Ape is if I were Adidas and it was like, okay, what do you want to buy to make everybody be like, oh, wow, they're serious? Then it'd be Bored Apes. I mean, to me, that's they're playing the playbook there of making the biggest.
The moves that they've been making, also like DJ Khaled. I guess that all comes into effect. You know what I'm saying? With all the artists picking up on it, and Adidas is known for their collaborations with artists. So
yeah, I completely agree. I mean, the thing is like you said, for their collaborations with artists, it's not completely out of left field for them. It's not like I feel they're just trying to pull one over on the NFT community. I do believe they want to be part of the NFT community. It's just they proved it by spending a lot of money to be able to get into there. So anyway, very interesting. I did not get part of the Adidas drop, which that's sad. But yeah, I did get into the Ape Kids Club earlier, as I've told you guys about it, and I know many of you guys are still holding on your Ape Kids Club, and it's a really cool project as well. So yeah, maybe someday it'll be the same community as Bored Apes, but for now, Bored Apes is the brand name beyond a shadow of a doubt.
It's
so,
the king of kings.
Send me your wallet, man. I'm gonna send you one of these Adidas NFTs.
I will do so afterwards, man. Hey, I will do so afterwards. It'll come from my Voice of DeFi account, but yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
I'm gonna be like, Ryan, I'll send you his wallet.
I'll send you his wallet too.
Here's the thing: you guys already messed up because I told y'all I own a pair of Adidas and wear them on the daily, and y'all laugh.
I said Yeezys.
I said I like Adidas, so.
Okay, see, like Adidas, but I've supported them. I wear the 3 stripes. Okay, you guys.
I think though for brand like clothing brand, like look at Kith. Whoever knows about Kith knows that they're about to do. Supposedly, Ronnie Fieg is in conversation with Invisible Friends. That's gonna be massive because Ronnie Fieg is like a crazy brand in New York City, like on the damn near the whole East Coast. So that's gonna be nuts too. So y'all gotta watch out for Invisible Friends.
I think that's how like a lot of these streetwear and like clothing companies are really going to break through is partnering with NFT communities.
I think something that to me is one of the reasons why the Bored Apes are the brand, and in my opinion, why their model is the one to follow. They were the first one that was really had any type of real world utility, and that's kind of what made them the brand. It's like, oh, we're going to sell a bunch of art. Good luck. Peace out. You know what I mean? That's not what happened. And you look at so many different projects. It's like, yeah, we're going to sell this art. Well, they wanted to sell the art, and the art's freaking amazing. But it's the real world utility and the community that built up around that makes them valuable. It's not the art. I mean, the art's part of it, but the bigger part of it is that the real world utility and the guys at Yuga, they almost like, I look at a Bored Ape, the value of a Bored Ape, like the stock in Yuga. I mean, frankly, that's how I look at it. Because when you buy one, what you're getting is the community and access to them and access to what the guys at Yuga are going to do going forward. I think they're going to do some really awesome stuff. And so if you want to launch an NFT project and have it be wildly successful, follow their roadmap, not their art. There's so many people copying like the art and like just doing derivatives, but their roadmap is what made them, in my opinion, the staple and the poster child of NFTs, but also what we can do with it collectively as a community.
Do you think that somebody can take that roadmap and that game plan and execute it completely with different art and recreate somewhere even half of that success with that same roadmap?
Absolutely, but it can't be. It has to be the same general roadmap, but it cannot be. It can't be a copy. Okay, I mean, it needs to be something that is genuine, original, creative. Not hey, you join the community and you get access to this Discord and this really cool wall that you can. It has to be something original, but the same general process, the same general roadmap. Yes, I 100% believe that there will be lots of them that are wildly successful. Maybe they won't reach the same type valuations because that is the first, and when you're first, you're first. But I do think, if you want to have a long-lived project, you're going to have to, because you can only buy so much art.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Another conversation I was in earlier says you can't have a wallet with thousands of NFTs in it and never flip it back. So yeah, you can only have so much art. But hey, kudos to Adidas for wanting to get into the club like this, literally in this case. And I agree. It looks like the Bored Apes have the right map of how to get things done and how to make a project from infancy into something big. And I do think you'll see some other projects try to follow that exact same roadmap, because why wouldn't you? They're the Tom Brady of NFTs right now. They just seem to be on top of their game and doing really, really well. So good on them. Good on Adidas for being able to get into the club now and now try to do something on their own. So really, really cool there. Oh, I see we've got Dogecoin Rise in here. How you doing today?
Hey, what's up, family? Happy Monday to everybody. GM. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Everyone's healthy, drinking water, staying energized and positive.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
I was about to say the same thing.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. That's right. When comes the feats of strength? Yeah.
Feats of strength.
So what are the top 5 weirdest crypto stories of 2021?
That's right. So what do you guys? I'm gonna go over these. Thank you for that nice segue, Christine. I'm gonna go over these. I haven't shared the article. Maybe I won't, just for fun here. But it's from Cointelegraph. What, guys, do you think might be the 5 weirdest stories to come from crypto in 2021?
Yeah, I think we should ask, like, what is the weirdest story you've heard, and see if it's on the list.
Yeah, that's a good way. And by the way, I'll say all these aren't weird. The first number 1 on here, I don't think it's weird, but maybe it is weird now that I think about it. So yeah, what, guys, do you think would be a weird story from 2021 that would make this list?
Kripke read his hand raised for a second.
I think so. I don't know if I was telling you guys a story. Remember now when I was talking about the crypto.com? My friend woke up with $25 million in his wallet, and then it was like a glitch. And you guys was like, yeah, I think that got to be a glitch because it went up to $161. The kid was already like shopping in his mind. Like he woke up, called me, and was like panicking. Like he could have died. So I think that was a weird moment. Not funny, but kind of weird.
Indeed. And yeah, funny that he was going on and doing some shopping about what his first giant purchases were going to be. Usually if I think I did that, my first thought would be there's something wrong here. I think even if it was true, I would probably spend the first hour not believing it and looking into it of why it was not true. What's up, Dogecoin Rise?
I would say, well, probably one of like the weirdest things that I've been seeing in crypto, I would have to say, like, probably like the team, like Seifun's team, like people leaving and stuff like that, and the first little red flag they had when they dropped and took out money from their LP or something like that.
Yeah, that was an interesting course of events when all those guys started just dropping from the SafeMove team. Like I remember Thomas from there's ex-CTO was on the Goldstein Media Spaces, and he was talking about how many like death threats he was getting from holders and his family and stuff like that, which is not okay, but that was very weird.
That is not on this list, but the more y'all are talking about it, it should have been. That was a big and it certainly categorizes for weird story on here. But I'll just read the first one on here that's on here, and you guys, I don't know if you're gonna like slap your forehead and think I should have said that, or yeah, I don't know if that's that weird, and maybe I fall into the latter here. But the first one on here is the death of John McAfee.
That's the number one I think was the weirdest as well. So I agree.
Okay, so you.
So why was it weird? What made it weird?
His
So-
demise. He was in jail. I mean unexpected. Yet I know none of y'all heard that and thought, "Oh, didn't see that one coming." But at the same time, he's been kind of doing his thing on Twitter and everywhere else for some time, and I think we probably just thought that was going to continue to happen.
Well, he everything about his life was weird. I mean, he's just a weird guy, but like the whole tweet of like, if I end up dead, know that I didn't kill myself, kind of like, I don't remember exactly what the verbiage was used, but then he did like get killed or was killed himself. Like it was very weird.
Are we sure that he's really dead?
That's also a very good point.
I would hope he's not. I followed him for a long time, and his main thing, right, was all his crypto. He had a bunch of Bitcoin and all his crypto projects, and the taxes on it, like the government was like on him for that. And he always made it clear, like, if I die, just know that they killed me.
Yeah, I think maybe there was so much like mystery around it. I, for one, think maybe he did get killed. Okay, I don't think it was suicide, and therefore I don't think he's still alive. But it wouldn't be the most shocking thing. But John McAfee was always such a. Is he a beloved person in the crypto world? He definitely was
infamous. Infamous, I think, would be the word.
Infamous. Yeah, that's right. Maybe the biggest thing was by the end of 2020, he said if Bitcoin didn't reach $500,000, he would eat his own dick. So, yeah, that may have been the biggest thing he did to like get everybody was like, yeah, this guy. I mean, that guy is bullish.
Bullish.
On some Marilyn Manson stuff.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So, I mean, there's no better way to say you're bullish than to offer to consume your own
wiener.
I think I need to start using that as like how strongly I feel about opinions.
Like,
Mom,
I will eat my own wiener. Doesn't happen.
If this isn't the best steak I've ever had, I'll eat my own dick.
Can't wait. My wife and I can be talking about what to eat, and I'm like, well, if we don't go to Outback Steakhouse, I'm going to eat my own dick. I mean, yeah, it's
just casually in there.
Right.
What about his hard drive that he spoke about? If anything happened to him, to locate it at his apartment building, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the same apartment building that collapsed in Florida?
It was.
Whoa.
Gosh.
Where's my
Where's your X-Files?
Yeah, thank you. I was like, you caught me as I'm like scrambling. I gotta find this thing, man.
That thing tripped me out.
I think you blew the building up.
Well, no, I think there was a hard drive on it that had some kind of like Epstein level, outing of people, and not only might it had it got him killed, but also whenever it happened, they probably got that hard drive, removed it from the premises, destroyed it, and then destroyed the building, so it has a good story around it. I don't know, just more conspiracy theory.
Wow, he definitely was a person of interest. Remember when he was tweeting and he would go live on Periscope and stuff, and I would always go on there, and he was in the ocean, like, he was on a boat in the ocean for like months, and then he would like land somewhere, not tell anyone where he is, and then he'd be back in the ocean, and it was
sorry, I remember he would have like a job application saying you can join our team, and almost one of the bullet points was like, must be willing to do drugs with us. I mean,
So I have a buddy that I've met through some blockchain like networking events who's like an OG, like he's probably in his like early 50s, and he was like sending me photos of like people and places he's been, and like he was really good friends with Vitalik when he was like under 18, and like Like he would fly from Canada to go see him in Palo Alto, and like, but one of the things that he showed me was he's like, oh, here's a picture of me and John McCaffrey on his boat in the Bahamas for like a party. And he was the crazy, and the guy that I'm talking about, his name's Jim, one of the most eccentric, weird guys that I've ever met. And he said that John McCaffrey was just crazy, like just absolutely crazy. So all of this lore of John McCaffrey checks out.
Where do you think he went off the rails? Because I mean, obviously he had some sort of pretty good smarts to make like the McAfee, security suite
virus thing. Yeah. And then he was one of the early adopters for crypto, right? Like that's how, I mean, he was good. And yeah, you're right. He's really smart. I don't know.
If you want some alpha real quick,
I do.
real fun fact that our CEO, Sarum, his family actually helped develop that software with John McAfee.
Wow. Very cool.
Yes. Back in the day. Yep.
That is good, Alpha. That is good. I don't know, just interesting. Do they have any cool stories to tell?
I don't know. I've yet to hear any good John McAfee stories, but there is a Wikipedia page and everything about his uncle that and what all the things that he did. And it just so happened that he helped design the first antivirus with John McAfee. I was just like, when he told us that story, I was like shook.
Has his wife started publicly speaking yet? Shanice McAfee?
I don't know.
Go ahead, Christine.
No, I haven't heard ever since he passed. I was kind of wondering about her.
She's probably a CIA plant.
I don't think so. If you followed around, I believe she was a call girl, and I'm just gonna say like it probably is. He probably fell in love and married her, and she would commonly, kind of back him up for everything that he was doing. Of this is why he's doing this. I mean, she was definitely kind of a life's accomplice for him. She was a soulmate kind of a thing. And
so CIA plant.
Okay, she really did her job well.
They always do.
Okay, yeah. If that's the case, it's good. Here's the thing. Why don't you reach out to her? Let's get her on a Friday AMA. That would.
My goodness, that would be amazing.
Here's the thing. I will bet she starts doing some podcasts. I mean, you want to kind of give her a chance to mourn, and because I do think she kind of found her person, and it is kind of a sad story there. But she, I think, has went on record saying like, guarantee bottom dollar, he did not kill himself. So she definitely sticks with that kind of conspiracy theory type of.
She should NFT that book.
Oh, that's good thinking as well. All right, so that was one. That was actually number one, and this particular site puts it number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any other guesses for the year's weirdest crypto stories? And I'm going to give a hint for this next one. It came from India. There's
been a lot of really good Indian stories though this year, like
right,
like Vitalik donating, half of his ship to the country of India.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I know that's not on the list because I've seen the list. There's been a lot of good ones out of India. Anyone you want to take a swing? Any Buellers? Bueller?
I mean, you did say India, so I'm gonna have to guess all the accounts from India who asked me for a free Dogecoin or tell me it's my fault Dogecoin didn't make it to $1 in the DMs.
That actually was it. That's amazing.
Yeah, that actually is your fault. They actually used you.
Didn't like the prime minister's Twitter account get hacked and he said Bitcoin is now legal tender in India or something like that?
Bing, 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 bing.
That is correct, man. All right, Ryan, with the correct answer. It's India's prime minister appeared to tweet out a Bitcoin scam, and I'll read you the tweet right now.
Hello.
It says, "India, hey, what's up?
What's up?
What's up?
I am fine.
I am fine as well.
You are crazy.
It was crazy. Okay, can you give any kind of firsthand account of whenever this was tweeted out?
No, I understand.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and say what happened there is the tweet from Narendra Modi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Says India has officially adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. The government has officially bought 500 Bitcoin and is distributing to all residents of the country. Hurry up. And then it's got a link for you to click. And it says the future has come today. So my question is, do you guys think that link was probably on the up and up and probably didn't do anything nefarious?
I don't know. I don't know. I wonder how many people fell victim to that and how much money they scooted away with.
Oh, good question. I mean, it's all on the blockchain if it is.
So I think I clicked on the link. I'm pretty sure I clicked on the link when that happened. And I'm not broke yet, so that's a good sign.
He's
Well,
still
the
money.
same thing happened with didn't Elon get hacked as well on Twitter?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Hold on. Go into Google, but I believe something revolving around Tesla and Elon, or like Bill Gates, or like asking for donations in crypto Twitters.
I think Ryan got in cell hell for a second.
He did.
Well, either way, so I think kind of the talking point of this, first of all, crazy that they actually hacked into the India Prime Minister's account. That's crazy. Secondly, of all, is that you're right. India's had a lot of different stories about it over this last year. The SHIB one, I had completely forgot about that until you said that about Vitalik donating some of that to relief in India. That's a maybe a good feel good story for it. But didn't it crash the SHIB price whenever it happened?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah.
People were like, because, and I remember reading a lot of sentiment from I just posted the article about the guy who, or the person that did the fake Elon and Bill Gates tweets and stuff in the nest. But yeah, so it was like everyone was like was super excited that Vitalik owned half the stash, and then I remember Vitalik saying that they were really tricky. They found my wallet and then they sent me all of this, but I was in America and my seed phrase or whatever was in Canada, and so I couldn't get to it, so I couldn't like sell it or get rid of it or anything like that for months. And he's like, but then finally I had my dad read it to me so I could get it, and then that's why I did it. But he was like, they're getting really creative.
Couldn't you have liked to have listened to that seed phrase?
Right.
might be a few dollars in that wallet. But yeah, I just always assumed that a lot of projects sent something to that wallet, and with hopes of it gaining some sort of notoriety, that maybe he would say something about it or something like that. Or they could just say, held by Vitalik Buterin, right? From whatever token you have. So yeah, I think it was while it hurt the Shiba price at the time, I do think it probably helped it out in the long run because it got a lot of attention for doing that.
One of the weird stories that also you could talk about when it comes to SHIB, I feel like there's enough weird stories in crypto just in like these meme coins that we could have like 50 weird things that have happened in 2021. But like the guy that bought $5,000 worth of SHIB when it had an $80,000 market cap, and like it shot up to $5.7 billion worth of SHIB. Like, man, that's so weird. Story.
It was 8,000 and he turned it into 6.3 billion.
That's insane.
Now you tell me.
I don't want to tell no one, but that was actually me that made that happen.
Well, congratulations. Yeah. I mean,
I wish.
Yeah, no, don't we all? You could share like millions with everybody here in this room and still be crazy rich. But first of all, I doubt there's the liquidity. Him converting that will be will be difficult. But how many of you could make that kind of investment, $8,000 into a token, and then watch it go up from 1 billion to 2 billion to 3 billion and not sell during that time? Do you guys think it was like a forgotten about wallet?
Maybe it was forgotten, I guess, because there's no way if anybody has bought those SHIBs and just waited on a meme token that it would eventually go up not in millions, hundreds of thousands, it's billions. That's unbelievable. Like if that was me or anybody on the platform, I think they would just do it right away. They would just sell it right away because nobody really knows the future. And the other thing that the weirdest story that of 2021 I would like to share is I was on YouTube watching this Web 3.0 where people are talking about the NFTs, that how everyone will be getting paid by those NFTs. And the idea I was seeing that the Dogecoin that the developers are working, ETH and the Doge Bridge, that's potentially, I see that in maybe 2022, if you guys remember, Elon Musk had tweeted that there was somebody that tweeted saying in 2010 Bitcoin is dumb, and 2 years after, the Ethereum token is dumb, and Elon Musk replied to that tweet that 2022 Dogecoin is dumb. Anybody remember that tweet?
Yeah, I remember that tweet.
Right. So this is where I see that maybe the Doge and ETH bridge could probably make this possible, that the people that will be buying NFTs, they won't have to pay fees how they are paying today. It probably just in cents or maybe just no fee, and that could probably help Doge dominate the market cap in 2022. What are you guys think about that, or is it just me that thinking this way, that the ETH Doge bridge be something where Doge is going to play a significant role?
May I?
Sure.
Well, I was asking Zach and Christina, the co-host, but yes, thank you, Zach. So, one, not paying gas fees is already a thing. You don't have to wait for Doge in particular. You can use ZK rollups. You can use layer 2 solutions. You can use alternative chains that have lower or nominal gas fees. An example of this, you can be on the Wax blockchain and mint NFTs at almost no cost, because they use a staking mechanism instead of you having to pay gas. So thinking about it as only one blockchain or one token is folly, in my personal opinion. Being blockchain agnostic and token agnostic leads to a better understanding of the technology, and it's a technology that I think we should all be very bullish on, because if we are in the Web 1 reincarnation days, there are a lot of websites and a lot of competitors for a lot of services, and then some of them emerge to be better than others, but those who understood the technology always prospered. To the initial point of SHIB, I've pinned a tweet from Watcher.guru on some SHIB action. Thank you.
Yeah, I saw you message that, and that's ridiculous. Someone just bought $50 million worth of sheep in the last 6 hours.
Wow.
That's
yeah. I'm gonna sell half of it later. Don't worry about it.
Just a quick day trade.
Right.
Yeah, I got you, man. Zach, hit me up on Blockchain and Boost. I got you later.
It's just a quick swing. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, I need to get back there. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of money. Maybe it's the guy who took some profits. He's going back in for round 2.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I just wanted to throw in that if it's the same individual, because I have been following that particular individual, when it was at its highest, I believe that individual was moving tokens around to different wallets for quite a bit there, and not just like a couple of them, but quite a handful of different wallets.
I believe the number I heard was 4 different wallets, and he had split it up into like 25%, into 4 different wallets. And I might have my numbers wrong. It could be, like you said, 20 different wallets or something. But yeah, the person owns the coins. It's not just a forgotten about wallet completely, because they're moving them around.
Yes. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Definitely do some inspecting. Maybe go look to see where that money came from, because SHIB's been down for a while, and like I haven't really heard a whole lot in development out of them recently. Not that I've been paying attention super hard, but that kind of shows me that maybe somebody knows something that I don't.
It's a big, it's a big story for sure to follow in 2021. We're not going to get through all 5 of these. Maybe we'll, spill this over into another day this week. But I will cover the last one on here, and I'll see if you guys can guess it. It has to do with a DAO. Anyone?
Okay, that's just not fair, because
the constitutional DAO.
Ding ding ding. What was Peter Bread gonna say? He said it's not fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not fair, but Christine got it.
Yeah. Well, then, and maybe you're gonna say it's not fair just because there's a lot of DAO stories out there.
Exactly. It's like saying it has to do with virtual land. I refuse to use the word metaverses. It is my opinion that it's the dumbest thing ever. It's like you telling me, touche. But I refuse to accept it, a colloquial term, because it's like saying, let me go surf the internets. and let me go walk around the universes.
I
All
like
right, guy.
I like these.
Brand.
I don't know whether I'm going to follow these rules, but I like to hear of them. But yeah, so the biggest DAO story, at least from this this article in Cointelegraph, is Constitution DAO. They called it. I don't know that I agree with this. They say Constitution DAO pulling an Uno reverse card by giving all the money back whenever they lost. To me, that's what I expected them to do if they didn't, win the Constitution, was to, I mean, what were they going to do with it? I mean, to me, they did the right thing, right? I mean, don't you guys think they progressed as they should have?
Yeah, I think that was the right move to do. I mean, unless they wanted to pivot to like the Mona Lisa DAO or like the Dead Sea Scroll DAO or something like that. It kind of, unless they wanted to hire Nick Cage, which obviously he was unavailable to steal it from Ken Griffin. I think that's the weirdest thing, is that the person who bought it is like one of the enemy number ones of like the crypto and like retail investor community. The guy Ken Griffin, the Citadel. I think that it's like the evil villain one in this situation.
You're right, because he was like, he was shorting GameStop, right? He was part of the fund that is shorting GameStop, and that already has a pretty good mark on his back because of that. So yeah, I think people hate who actually won it. And do you think he did that out of spite, knowing it was a lot of the same crew?
I'd like to think it wasn't, but
I feel like he knew and he did it on purpose.
Yeah, hard. I mean, if I could play the X-Files music here, but yeah, I think there probably is. I don't think that went over his head, that this is a lot of the same people that might be in Constitution DAO that might be buying GameStop up against my short position and just trying to screw me over. I don't think that was probably lost on him. So, but yeah, that was a pretty big move. And there's been a lot of other DAOs to like own things lately. Constitution DAO, being the biggest one. I think I saw one the other day of somebody who wants to own a golf course via a DAO.
Kentucky Derby horse as well.
A Kentucky Derby horse, really? I haven't seen that one.
Oh, really? Yeah, they started a DAO to buy a horse and get a jockey and actually compete in the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
it's Derby DAO is what it's called.
I mean, I like ability like that.
Yeah.
And
then what happens if it wins? The owners of, or everyone that participates in the DAO, they get dividends, basically.
I would assume that's what their goal is. I would assume.
We're jumping into these DAOs very quickly, and for some of them it makes sense, but think about the governance of them. Think about the idea that a program is now going to run governance all the way. It sounds cool until you realize if that program isn't set up properly, someone can just come in with a whale can come in and just buy governance, and you'll never be able to get it back because it's not run by humans.
Yeah, but they can put safeguards into like anti-whales and stuff like that. I'm not saying that you're not 100% correct, but like I actually am of the side of the fence that like wants to see governance AI in way larger applications, like maybe like governments. Like I think there is a lot of biases in people who are in power, and there's a huge power shift, and I think AI can be programmed to be fair and what is best for people. And I think the experimenting with something as silly as Derby DAO is cool, but like I think there can be some really serious and very beneficial things to governance AI in real world.
And I agree with you. I think that properly executed programming can help. We do have to learn what that looks like, though, because as of right now, most people can't by themselves audit or understand a smart contract. So you can't figure out what fairness looks like until you can educate people across the board. So imagine having AI or a smart contract do governance when you're like, wait, who trained the AI algorithm to do this? What training models were they given? What training samples were they given? Because you can skew AI by just giving it the wrong training models.
Man, that's reality. I mean, just like in the crypto world, particularly in the small market cap world, contract errors happen all the time, or not well thought out contract. Even if it's not an error, it's it can work as intended. It just was improperly set up, and then you throw in AI into it, and like you said, if it was improperly trained on AI, it can get even worse. That's that's a whole can of worms that my guess is we're going to have to go through the growing pains of with a DAO. I think probably there will be some DAOs that go exactly like Peter was saying, and just maybe falling on their face a little bit, and that will be bad, for the media attention that gets. But in the end, I think probably we'll learn how to make this work.
Agreed. I agree with that sentiment. You gotta try it before we can buy it.
For sure. Well, guys, that is the end of our hour together. We had a top 5 here. We got through 3 of them. Maybe we'll go through the. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'll save it for another day. But the 4th and 5th one, I feel like we covered the top 3 from this list. So always good to be able to talk about these things with you guys. I love doing the year in review. Maybe sometime early this week or early next week, we can talk about predictions, not necessarily price predictions. Although if any of you guys want to dabble in that, you can. But maybe predictions of like stories that could come. Like if you just said there's going to be a corporation that's completely ran by a DAO. I'm not saying that, but maybe that we could have kind of predictions for the next year. Maybe we could write them down or put them in a tweet, and then take a look next year and kind of see where we are from that.
We could make an NFT that you put your predictions into it, and then you stake it for 1 year, and then you unbury it in the next year and see if your predictions were right.
I think you need to head over to the Dead Puppets with that one. I think that
we're going to call it the Time Capsule DAO.
We have a name.
It's being put together right here before our very eyes. Yeah.
I've already registered and trademarked, so no take back these.
Just give me whitelist, bro.
We'll connect offline.
Yeah. What did you say? Winpo app?
Winpo app. Yes. Love it. All right, guys. It has been good being able to speak with you guys on here. Glad we can come up with crazy stuff like that. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about the future. Like I said, sometime next week we'll do the same thing. But we will be back tomorrow at 17:30 UTC, and we call that NFT Tuesday. So undoubtedly we'll have NFTs, a little bit of what we're talking about as the word today. We were talking NFTs and just kind of things in general. Tomorrow will be NFTs exclusive. Until then, I love you all. See you.
Peace.